Snap, crackle, chop. And what is going on? Welcome back to Talisman Talks Shorts, episode 3. Today we are joined by Greta Walraven and Delaney Nelson. I, of course, am Brady Casa, and that is what I think is Grant Lamar. I don't really know. He chopped all of his hair off. I don't really recognize him anymore. But I definitely, it's starting to grow on me. I know, I hope all of our viewers agree.
It's a bit of a new look. People say it's an adjustment, but,
I like
it's good for, change is good.
What do you guys think?
What do you guys think about my hair?
Didn't recognize you.
Yeah.
First time I saw it, when was it? I think it was at Riley's or something. Or no, was it at Tegan's? I just didn't know who you were.
All right, well, to start things off, so we have you guys on here for Youth and Gov, obviously. Can you guys, give a little background? What is Youth and Gov?
Okay. So Youth and Gov is, it's in all the states, but ours is obviously the Ohio delegation, and it is basically mock state government. A bunch of students get together, they write their bills, and then you split up into Senate and legislator, and it's really fun. You get to try and argue a certain bill that you have an opinion on.
Yeah.
Are these, real, are they, based off, real world right now? Or is it kind of,
It's
different?
kind of in a little bubble. So, we can write bills on whatever we want, regardless of what real legislators are writing, but it still follows the legislative, executive, judicial.
Okay, so it's still like actual government.
Yeah.
But just
Yeah.
this
We just
scenario.
pretend.
But then there's also bills where it's you literally show up and it's you get a book and it has all the bills in it, and then you'll read one and it's literally you can't wear Crocs without socks.
Yeah. Or
It's illegal.
a Weezer day.
Yeah. There was kickball, making it the national, or I guess the state sport of Ohio.
Oh, I'd be
That's
so
a good
down for
one.
that. I'd love that.
And then there's serious bills like
Serious ones.
Delaney's bill last year. Did not pass.
Oh, it did not pass.
But it was beautiful.
It was like a cigarette ban. If you're,
all cigarettes or
I think it was basically as every year the age limit goes up a year.
No, I saw that. I saw.
They did it in New Zealand.
I was gonna say I saw that I don't know where I saw it, but it's just slowly eliminated.
Yeah. So that's what I did, but broke a federal law. You can't do that in the state.
What'd you do?
Indeed.
What law did you break?
I think
There was
there's a
18
federal.
You broke 18
21.
laws?
No,
No.
age.
Okay. There's a federal law that says the maximum age you can put on cigarettes is 21. You can't say that they're
You can't do that.
yeah. So
So you
check.
say you argue? Did you argue against a board of judges, or do you argue against other schools, or?
it's basically you attend there will be a Senate floor. So first of all, there will be committees, and you argue it in your committee of a bunch of people from a bunch of other schools.
It's 15 people in each
Yeah.
committee room. It's pretty small.
Yeah.
So
And then
how many other what's an example of another committee? So what committee are you guys in?
So we all get divided up.
Yeah.
It's not by schools when you get there. I last year was in a committee room with no one else from Hayes, and then when I was in the Senate, I was with I was with Delaney, and then 2 other people from Hayes. It's completely divided. It's not by schools, and you're not trying to only pass bills from your schools. It's not a
Exactly.
competition. It's more trying
You
to
take
get
on
your
a
own.
role.
Yeah.
What
literally-
are your guys' roles?
So last year I was a committee chair, which means that in your committee you're in charge of people talking and stuff. And then this year or last year I was elected Secretary of State, so that's what I'm going to do this year.
She ran for Secretary of State.
Yeah, I ran a campaign, they voted, and then I got elected, and then that's what I'm going to serve as this year.
And then
That's cool.
I'm chief of staff this year because Eric Gitson, who's the governor this year at our delegation, chose me to be his chief of staff. But last year I just wrote a bill and I was a senator. So
Nice.
I'm kind of confused how the youth and government organization so is it is BPA kind of?
it's through the YMCA.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
And it's youth and government is just in the state of Ohio.
No.
Or every youth and government is statewide.
Yeah, it's in the
So-
state of Ohio. There's also a Michigan one, and then there's also a
So you're
California.
the governor of people at Hayes or
So
oh wait, you're chief. Wait, what are you against?
I'm Secretary of State.
Secretary of
She's chief
State.
of staff. So
Oh.
that means that she's chief of the GovCab.
Yeah,
Chief of
Of the what?
the governor's cabinet.
Mhm.
I basically boss them around. That's
Yeah.
basically my
But
job.
who's in the government? Like who? Like is it just people in Hayes?
No.
You're in charge of?
The only other member in the governor's cabinet is Sam Truster this year, and then Eric's the governor for the first week delegation. There's 2 delegations. We're in the first one, but it's like statewide. Like, there's is Brandon in our delegation this year?
I don't know. There's early conference and there's late conference. Delegations like your school.
Because
Can you all explain what a delegation is for the viewers? Because I think some of the viewers might be really confused.
Delegation is like what school you're coming from.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we go there. We're the Delaware delegation.
Okay, that's
So
kind
you
of
do?
okay. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
I was.
But like Eric's the governor of the whole
of the whole
Delegation?
conference.
conference.
Of the whole early
whole
conference.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So who's
Alright.
in charge of like?
Like
Like,
last
okay.
year he campaigned and everything. He got elected.
Just so she's chief of staff for the whole early conference.
Yes.
I am Secretary of State.
How many people ran against him for governor?
He had 2.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Well, there was
The
one,
other
and
guy
then
running against him was crazy. He was like, my SAT score is
No,
like
yeah.
1600.
he was just like
He's-
bragging.
It was so weird.
It's like
So how many like or not delegations? What was the word you? How many conferences?
2.
Are there in the state of Ohio?
Those.
2.
So that's
And
just
Eric's
when you go
governor of
down.
one of them,
Yeah.
and there's governor of the other one.
Yes.
Of a different.
Yeah.
Can he run and
Yeah.
get the second one? Like second term?
So you only go for one conference. So it's like the first week is conference 1 or whatever.
Yeah.
You say first week, what does that mean?
Just
It goes on for 2 weeks.
one's
Uh,
one's a certain date, and then one's
Yeah.
the following week.
Is there any like I don't know the word. Like is the second week conference just a whole basically start fresh, new people?
Yeah.
New people.
And then normally the governor's cabinet and like the people who have elected positions go a day early. It's a 3-day conference, and it's like an overnight. You spend the night in hotels. Like it's really fun.
So like does the whole Youth and Gov group from Hayes take any trips or anywhere? Or no.
Yeah, that's what our conference is. We go to
Oh,
Columbus
okay.
and,
That's kind
we're
of.
all there for a few days.
And where are the conferences located?
Columbus.
State
The
House.
state.
The state.
Oh,
There's
okay,
only
okay,
one.
okay.
Because the rest of the year it's just meetings, and then
Mhm.
it builds up. There's not a lot of meetings, but it builds
Yeah.
up to you just write your bill. You learn how to argue it. You definitely want to learn how to argue your bill,
Mhm.
so you don't look you're not embarrassed when everybody else is like shooting questions at you. Like, why does your bill suck? It's really stressful. Happened to me.
Really?
It happened to
How'd
me
you do?
too.
I literally, I wrote a bill.
Did yours pass?
No, I wrote
Oh.
a bill that helped elderly people receive care to shovel their sidewalks in the winter.
Mhm.
And this one guy, I call him Mr. Adjective, don't actually know what his name was. He called my bill catastrophic and tenuous and a slippery slope.
How?
I don't
All
know.
it's doing is just helping people.
But there was so many people from his school in my committee room that it didn't make it past committee.
That can
Yeah.
happen.
Because they all just teamed up.
Yeah.
Oh man, that sucks.
That was Granville. The first year we did it, Granville was like the worst at that.
Okay, Granville.
I was not there.
So how does is there like a season of Youth and Gov? Like when does it like you guys? How do you guys like prep for it too? Like when does it like start?
Our first meeting is October 22nd. No, that's
Thursday.
wrong. It's the 26th.
The 26th.
The 22nd was yesterday, I'm
I
pretty
was
sure.
gonna say. Let's
Yeah.
find out.
We have like
No, it's not today.
24th.
we
It's
have
the
like
26th.
an information meeting on Thursday, and then from there, if you like decide to end up doing it, you do some brainstorming. And,
Yeah. But it's not a lot of commitment, honestly.
No.
Like you don't have to make it to all the meetings. I'm not saying don't go to any of the meetings, but
Mhm.
it's a pretty easy club to be.
Yeah, if you're looking to get into like some like type of club and you don't really know what you want to do, join Youth and Gov.
looks good on your
Sure.
resume.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
And if you don't want to write a bill, you can be a judge. You can
Be on the
do
media
press.
team.
We need
media
people for media, so
Yes, we need a media
and
team.
you can do GovCap, but
So, like, what percentage of bills get passed?
It's getting
Can't be a
hard.
lot.
It's getting harder to pass bills every year.
Really?
we have so many people that in the Senate, obviously there's like how many people? There's less people
50.
in the Senate.
50
So
people.
it
in the
gets
Senate.
through the Senate really easily, but the House has like infinitely more people,
Mhm.
and so you'll be lucky if your bill even gets
Like some bills didn't get read, and then
Yeah.
at the end they sadly had to announce like if your bill had made it,
Yeah.
like if it had gotten read, it would have passed. And it listed a couple of our friends' bills. It was
No
really sad
way.
because you
It was
don't get like the governor's signature or the governor's signature.
Let's just say DeWine.
Yeah, DeWine
Yeah.
is not coming in. You do actually. There are like some members of Congress there
I
though.
was gonna say,
Yeah.
I'd imagine that's like a pretty
Yeah,
Yeah, we played Family Feud with them.
yeah, it was really fun.
It's like the members of the.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
Democrats and Republicans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yes. So you're starting like soon, like the next like week.
Mhm.
When is it like? When are your conferences? And is that like the end of Youth and Go for the year, or like how does that work?
So first of all, there's like an early leadership conference in January,
Mm-hmm.
and then our actual conference where everyone goes is
Is it April now?
I think.
Oh
it's
wow! So there's a big
it
jump.
might be March.
It might be. I think it was
Something like
April.
that.
It was April last year. It might be March this year. I think they moved it up a little bit.
I feel like that makes sense because I mean having that leadership and then the big gap.
Yeah.
But they definitely give students a lot of time to prepare.
Mhm.
Although there are some kids who literally have like written their bill like the day before and just
Yeah.
like show up.
Don't do that. Delaware comes prepared.
Yeah, we come prepared.
We do.
Yeah.
And then so there's those 2 like we talk about the 2 weeks of conferences, and then is that like just the end?
Not for especially people who made it into elected positions. Not
Mhm.
really. Like Eric
Like
last
Eric,
year
yeah.
when he got elected, like he was already in like Zoom meetings and going to planning his DC and then planning Kona. Like he was.
Yeah.
He was
He was
small.
locked in.
Yeah.
He was ready.
Yeah.
He was
If you get elected, you also play a big hand in like planning the next year's conference. So you'll be like asked to like weigh in on.
So who was governor before him? Like,
Maria Camacho,
Yep, that sounds right.
who's-
She doesn't go to our school. She's from.
John Carroll.
Yeah, that sounds
Does
right.
that sound right?
The
Yeah.
university?
No,
John.
it might just
She
be
was
Carroll.
going. Maybe it was something.
She was.
John.
I swear, she was going to like Brown or something.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I don't know.
IPD.
She was really nice. She was sweet.
She was nice,
Good for her.
indeed.
Who was like? So then, who was like the highest ranking at Hayes before Eric?
Nobody.
Eric is the highest.
I think we're really in our you think of peak right now.
I
I'm
think
not gonna
so
lie.
too.
Really?
I don't know if we're
This
gonna
is
get
like-
another Eric.
We have the greatest numbers we've ever had.
Yeah, we do.
So that's a good sign. If you want to
Mhm.
join, you can go. This is a
Mhm.
strong.
It's time to
Yeah.
join.
It's a good, strong time to join.
First meeting is in 2 days.
Yeah.
Today.
But this
Pull up.
podcast will probably come the day of the conference. If you're
Yeah,
listening
you
to the
better
podcast-
watch it.
Yeah.
If you're watching this podcast right now, go to the meeting later today.
Mm-hmm.
The 26th, in case it comes out the 25th.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Where's the meeting at for the one time?
Mr. Westrum.
Mm-hmm.
and Mr. West runs it.
Yeah,
Yes.
he doesn't really do a lot though. He's kind of just there,
He's silly.
makes fun of a couple people.
Exactly.
It's a good time.
He's just there, like
Drinks his coffee.
he helps us with our bills, but
Yeah,
I think more so every year, it's more the students are helping each other with their bills as we have like more veterans.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how it should be.
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like peer advice is stronger than.
Mhm.
but Mr. West is
Teacher
really passionate about it. He does
Yes.
love it.
That's
Yes.
good. That's a really
Yeah.
awesome.
We're very
thing.
lucky to have him as a chaperone.
So, like, do you see your guys' like future career paths, including government, like being a government position, or
Or is it kind of just like a high school thing that you want to try out?
I personally love arguing, so that's why I did it. But I also kind of want to go into environmental policy, so it's like similar, not exactly the same, but it's helped.
For me, it's kind of back and forth. Like, I'll go to the Youth and Gov conference and I'll be like, this is what I want to do with my life. And then I, like, 2 months later, I'm like, you know what? I hate government. Like, this is not, I don't want to look at it. I don't want to think about it. But I think I definitely could have a career in government someday, but it's probably not my first choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And,
think it applies.
and that's something to keep in mind. If you're just like I said, like you don't have to like want to have a future in you like government
Yes.
to do this.
Yes.
It's like it's just something to try out.
literally,
If
if you
you're-
just like to argue, that's why
Yeah.
Delaney started.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And look
Or
at
if
that
you
now
wanna-
she has a career plan
Yeah.
kind of going.
Well, it just like
Secretary of
helps you
Staff.
in general.
With public speaking,
Public
a
speaking.
ton. Like,
So
I love
much better.
speaking.
you learn that it's like, I'm allowed to talk about my opinion. And
Yeah.
it's- And I'm going to continue having my opinion even if someone's like literally like berating me with questions.
Right. Yeah.
It's very
you learn
helpful.
to stand behind your beliefs and like be able to defend your
Yeah.
convictions. So
that's awesome. I feel like we can wrap it up here.
Yeah, that's really
I
well.
That was
That went well.
that was a good episode.
I didn't even have
Do you guys have any final last words before we say bye to the audience here?
Do you think of?
Do you think of
It's
there's
fun.
good outfits?
We have snacks.
Woo!
Oh, you get to wear fire outfits.
Yeah.
All right, well, you heard it here. Youth and Gov. Peace.
Casa gets it done better.
Peace.
Talisman Talks are Greta Walraven and Brady Casa. Guests, Delaney Nelson and Greta Walraven. Music is from Bensound with the Talisman.